It's been 3 years since the deadliest rail disaster in Greek history, and to this day, the whole truth has not been uncovered. Yes, guys, on the 28th of February of 2023, a passenger train crashed with a cargo train at Dembi, Greece. In the crash, 57 people died and dozens were injured. This is not a simple accident, as there are suspicions that the other train may have been carrying illegal cargo of flammable materials. This is what could have caused the fire to expand so rapidly after the crash. They argue that the victims that survived the crash died because of the massive explosion that occurred after the collision. Massive protest sparked across Greece, with citizens demanding justice and accountability, as this incident was mainly caused by the poor Greek rail infrastructure. In spite of receiving millions of euros of EU funding to modernize this infrastructure, as the European Chief Prosecutor stated, the train incident could have been prevented if Greece had modernized its signaling system. For these 3 years, families are demanding answers, and the battle now is focused on forensic tests. Relatives are requesting specialized tests on the victims to determine what caused the massive explosion, whether the victims were exposed to toxic fumes before they died, and to determine the cause of death. The problem is that these tests need to be done abroad, as Greek labs lack the specialized equipment. But the Greek judicial authorities dictated that the tests on the victims' remains must be done inside Greece with strict deadlines. So basically, the families of the victims believe that the tests that could be made inside Greece will not reveal any truths. Only chemical and toxic exams could really help us to understand what really happened in the Dembi accident. As a member of the European Parliament, I want to use my limited political power to help these families and put light to the situation. So I decided to table an oral question for debate in the European Parliament about the Dembi accident and the recent exhumations and tests. For this initiative to succeed, I needed 36 signatures from my fellow members of the European Parliament. And I'm happy to announce that we just got them. And I want to say a big thank you to all of them that co-signed my oral question. And here you can find all their names and maybe thank them yourself. Now that we have these signatures, it will go to the Conference of Presidents, which is a European Parliament body with all the presidents of the political groups and the president of the European Parliament, Roberta Metsola. They are deciding the agenda of the next plenary session, so they have to approve or reject this debate on Dembi. So send messages to the presidents of the political groups here in the Parliament and Roberta Metsola to make them approve it.